Hello all, this is Centenarian Lifestyle. We're bringing you date paste part 2. Now, the part 1 was making the date paste with nuts and cranberries. And we made balls, and we're going to make clusters today and also boats. So we're going to get the 100% cocoa. I usually use cacao, which is a better brand, more natural, less processing, okay? But this is Lind. It's pretty good. It's 100% cocoa, and they're pretty good. They're minimum processing. It's not too bad. So we're going to use that today. And I have a frying pan. I got a little heat on it, and I'm going to take it off because you only want the pan to be warm to melt the chocolate, okay? So our process today is we're going to create some boats, clusters, and we have the balls already set up. So we're going to make some, we're going to throw the chocolate in, let it melt. While it's melting, we're going to take some dates from here. This is Medjool's dates. They're the best. They have mostly soft when you buy them. And so I went through them. There's some soft ones. I usually blanch them for a little bit, like 10, 15, 20 minutes, depending on how hard they are. Okay, some of these were soft, so I'm going to use the soft ones. There's like 6 or 7. Now I'll make some boats and clusters from there. So let me get the chocolate melted first, and then we'll work on the prep work for the boats and the clusters. Boy, difficult to open up. All right. Well, if you get the right cut in there, you get it going. All right. So we're just going to dump the chocolate in there. 100% dark chocolate. I don't use milk chocolate because I don't know if you have heard, but milk products are really toxic to the human body. It actually causes an inflammatory response in the body. So we really need to understand that and make appropriate changes where you can to replace the dairy products with plant-based products that satiate and taste good as well, okay? So that is on its way to melting. Okay, and so we're gonna pick some soft ones, and you look for these little pits. See these little things? You don't want to be chewing on that, so you make sure they are disposed of. Now, these here I usually blanch, but this is soft enough to use as a boat. So I cut it right down the middle, and I'm gonna hit the pit, of course. And so I open it up. Oh, there's the little friendly pit. We take it out. And now we spread it. It's soft enough to spread. Okay? Now, we're going to use this as a cluster. Now, I used all the whole walnuts. I broke them down and threw it into the mixture, the date paste. So I'm just going to grab some of this and put it on top of that. Now, we'll do that in a second. I'm going to get another soft one, all right, a little nibble thing or whatever you call them. We got that gone. And we're going to just open that up and get rid of that pit for now. Now, I make the pits, the date pits, into coffee. I grind them up, I roast them a little, grind them up, and they turn into nice granulars for a nice coffee flavor, but it's on the date side. It's a little sweet. It's really, really nice. Way better. It's not caffeine, so it's way better for you. It has nice pleasure taste that makes you want to keep coming back for more, just like caffeine does in coffee, but it's healthy for you. Okay. All right, so this one here, we're gonna split in half, and these will be boats, okay? Now, boats generally just have a little of the paste in there, okay? So we'll put a little paste in there. And that's it, okay? Now, where the cluster is, I put pecans crushed up throughout the hole, okay? Push it down so it sticks in there a little bit better. And then I take some of date paste. I can get it out. All right, and we'll put it in there. And, that's gonna be good. And these are gonna be ready to put the chocolate on there. Now, I don't have a lot of chocolate today. I usually use 2 bars for all this, maybe 3 sometimes. I'm not gonna use all of my paste today with the cranberry and nuts. I'm going to save that for another time. But I'm going to make a couple of clusters. I got a couple of boats, and I'll make one more. Okay, these 2 are soft enough. Okay. All right, it looks like our chocolate is melting good. We'll put a little more heat on it, just a little, for about 15 seconds. It's on low temperature anyway, so. All right, so we're gonna pull this pit out, and we're gonna make another cluster. All right, so we have a boat, and then we'll make that as a cluster. Okay, we'll just make one more. All right, get this out of the way. All right, and so now we're gonna put a little pecan in the cluster. And we're going to derive some more paste from our mixture. Okay. And I usually put a walnut on top, but I don't have it. All right, so this is a cluster. And this is a little boat, okay? And of course, we have our balls, okay? All right, so it looks like the chocolate is just about there. I'll wipe my hands off and go to the next process is putting chocolate throughout our balls, clusters, and boats, okay? So we'll give this a little white too. All right, let's see how our chocolate's working. Looks like it's all melted. So generally, what I do is I prop it up. So I always have a puddle of chocolate. So I usually get a napkin, and we're gonna take it off the heat now. Well, it is off the heat, but we're gonna bring it close to us so we can do the chocolate balls. Okay. So we try to keep a puddle as much as we can. And I guess you can see from there, puddle, okay? All right, so we got that, and so we'll do some balls. So I'll throw 2 balls, 3 balls in at a time. And I want to roll it so that it's thoroughly coated with the 100% cacao. In this situation, it's 100% cocoa. Okay. You always want to work with quality products. Cacao is the quality product for chocolate. Okay? All right. So once you get it thoroughly covered with the 100% cocoa or cacao, and then you just put it on the parchment paper, okay? All right, so we'll do 2 more balls. And so I submerged them in the chocolate, and I'm gonna proceed to roll them around, and then I roll it to the top where there's no chocolate. Well, it gradually gets chocolate up there, but to let it drain a little, okay? And now I'm gonna do one of the clusters. I put it down, either way, it doesn't matter. And then I flip it, and I make sure there's chocolate throughout. You want chocolate in the whole thing. And then, there we go. And we do the same thing for this one. Ooh. Oh no, it's falling apart. Alright. This is going to be... Alright, let's do it this way. Now the clusters take up a lot of chocolate, so that's why I need more. But I'm just showing you a sample. All right, I'll get some more tomorrow and finish the rest of the balls. But there we go. We got the 2 clusters, and now we'll do the 2 boats. And probably not going to have much more. So the difference between the balls and the boats and clusters is the clusters and boats have a solid piece of the date with the skin and all that. Okay, so it has more strength, you know, when you hold it and bite it. It's, you know, the balls more or less can fall apart, but when you have them covered with the chocolate, they basically retain themselves pretty good. So, you know, everything sticks together pretty well. So, you know, it's a simple process. It's just takes some time a little bit, you know, but it's a lot of fun. You know, when your guests really enjoy themselves with the activity, and especially inside their mouth, they have a great time, you know, and that's what it's about. You gotta make healthy foods taste good. And that's what we're doing here. And we're making them taste good, but safe, without all those chemicals they make at the manufacturing plants. Try to make everything yourself, and you'll be rewarded later on in life with joy and happiness most of the time, you know? So anyways, all right, there we go. I got enough chocolate in here for maybe 2 more balls. And we're gonna pop this in the freezer or refrigerator, whatever you have room for, as long as you get it cold. But you don't wanna stay in there too long in the freezer. Just for like 5-10 minutes. And then bring it, if it's still not melted enough, you know, you put it in the refrigerator, but take it out, let it like cure for, you know, maybe an hour or 2 or an hour or something out in room temperature. And then put it in the refrigerator. And then it's good to go. It'll be awesome. You don't want it to be too cold when it really, really seals, because it holds in moisture and water, and it'll be wet. You know, when it dries out, it gets wet. So you don't want to overdose the cold. You just want the cold to help solidify it and cure quicker. That's all. And I'm like 5-10 minutes in the freezer. I pull it out. I let it sit out for a little bit. And It's beautiful. Then you put it in a container, and you put a lid on it, and you store it for when you get a sweet attack, which we can. But at least when you have that sweet attack, it's healthy. That's the key, is healthiness. You want to make things that taste good and satiate so you can be the doctor in the kitchen for you and all your loved ones, friends, and family members that eat your food. Okay? So there we go. And that's what I'm going to do today. There's not enough chocolate to do any more balls. So I'm going to pop this in the freezer or refrigerator, whatever I have room for, and then pull it out after a little bit, 10-15 minutes. And then, voila, you have your chocolate treats for all the people that can't wait for you to make healthy foods taste good and satiate. So yes, you can be the doctor in the kitchen for everybody you know. Thank you very much. This is Centenarian Lifestyle Part 2 on date paste. Okay, creating date paste. We did in Part 1. Part 2, we made chocolate balls, chocolate boats, and chocolate clusters. Thank you very much. See you next time. We're looking for you. Centenarian Lifestyle saying bye for now.